Alright, guys. This is supposed to be the official thread. The lines are open. Flood the lines. That was 13 minutes ago. And it looks like he'll be posting directly in this thread. So we'll just keep an eye on that. What's going on here? Show some love to everybody. All right, guys. Trying to set it up so if you guys are in the chat or anything, I can see all that. Let's see, we'll bring the chat. Bring the chat over there. Alright, guys, so I'm just going to refresh this. As you can see, XRP is ripping right now. Doesn't look like we're getting any updates yet. It's only a minute in. Alright, let's get the old refresh going, guys. See where we're at. I won't always be talking the entire time, so I'm not seeing anything in the thread yet. Is he tweeting in here possibly? We will be seeing updates here as of 9 minutes ago. We're going to hang out in here and wait. Yeah, man, that green candle is looking... I like that. On a side note, XRP pre-call burst, interesting. I'm loving it, man. Wouldn't it be crazy right now if this was like the moment it all comes true? Yeah, it's like... We're not crazy! Is there anybody in here? No, not yet. I'm sure some of you guys are probably thinking you're going to get like this, some sort of live feed of what's actually going on, but I can't do that. We got to respect Judge Netburn, man. She's been an awesome judge. Man, XRP is talking to us. It is interesting. I'm sure they'll be opening the lines and actually getting going here very shortly. Let's just see it rage to like $3 real quick. You guys would be alright with that? If anybody is in the chat, because of the way I have my windows set up, I don't want to keep moving everything around and being super distracting. If you could just chime in here in the chat bar and let me know you're in here. That way I'm not, I don't want to like ramble to myself. I do that enough during the day. Oh, there he goes. The man with the plan. Cybersecurity expert. I chimed in weeks ago. If you ever have a cybersecurity issue that you need help with, Derek is the guy to talk to. He will come over and disconnect your modem and all will be well. All right, let's see what we got. Somebody should be talking here soon. No, not yet. Uh-oh. Shameless plug. Get it? Derek, if you're looking, look at this pump, man. We got 23 set 123. Can we get 123, 123, 123? We got 122, 9, 129, 129, 129. Can we get 123? Whoa! Let's go. Yes. Could this be an indication of things to come? Could Judge Netburn slap the SEC's legal team in the face with a gavel today? Because that would be epic. She could throw it like one of those, like a dwarven warrior. I don't know how many of you guys are into that type of thing, but just like a little throwing hammer. Be awesome. The hearing has started, I believe, now. A lot of times they don't update like every single line. They'll kind of wait for some things to happen, and then he'll tweet a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure what format he'll be running now, but he should be dropping something here any second. Unfortunately, we can't play the hearing. You can't record it or broadcast it. It's a federal offense. Judge Netburn had to get on us, back when back in March or April when they first started doing this, and everybody's trying to respect her. She's got a tough job ahead of her, and she's been allowing up to 4,000 people to call in for every single one of these. It used to be in the hundreds. So from Germany, that's awesome, man. What time is it? Can we still roll? No, we can't hit you with the Guten Morgen anymore. I guess we're at a Guten Tag now. Or is that Guten Nacht? I don't remember. Or Abend. I don't remember. I took German in like 8th grade. There is a delay to start the conference call as they are all buying XRP right now. Yes. All right, there you go. Sorry, guys. I got to fix something for a client of mine. This will only... Shocked by how corrupt the SEC is? I mean, I wish I was shocked, man. That's the revolving door. Sorry, this is a photo shoot I did for somebody, and I need to fix something. Pay no attention to my juvenile names for my clients' galleries there. We like to have fun around here in the True Perception House. On the True Perception Beach. Yeah, so about the SEC, I mean, I'm sure it is shocking, especially if you don't live here, and you're not, I don't know how much you follow, like, American politics. I'm sure it's entertaining to everybody else around the world, but what's interesting about the SEC is if you look up a lot of those guys, man, they all worked for Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all those companies, State Street. It's like they call it the revolving door. Goldman Sachs is probably the most prominent organization on Wall Street through and through, whether it's with their firm, attorneys, government officials, whatever. Yeah, that was a nice little pop, though. I mean... From the Netherlands, yes. That speaks to my blood, man. That's somewhere I got to get like real soon. I'm a professional photographer outside of spending half my life on YouTube and Twitter, and that's somewhere I really, really, really want to visit, man. Big time. What part of the Netherlands are you in, if you don't mind me asking? I also don't know what the like latency delay is here either, guys. So if it seems like I'm taking forever to respond and stuff, I'm just going at it as it comes in. That's crazy, man. We're almost 15 minutes in and we're still on delay. Guys, the Marketing Plan Handbook by Alexander Chernev. 5th edition, paperback. Hardcover was like $100. I don't think so. Shout out to DTS Derek for the recommendation. All right. Try not to refresh like every 5 seconds. What we got here? Anything going on here? There's actually a few people in here. It's always nice to see. All right. I'd imagine we'd be getting an update any time now. Oh, hold on here. All right, here we go. The lawyers are now checking in. We are waiting for the judge. The judge has arrived. Lawyer presentations are now being done. Fantastic. Shout out to Rob XRP. If you are on Twitter, go follow him at RobXRP1. He does this every time. I did follow my buddy, everybody's buddy, Brad Kimes. Last time he does it as well. There's several community members that do it. This time I just hopped back over on Rob's because it's where I usually do it. So, I mean, we're sitting at $1.23, guys. That's a little bit of rage there. So I'm sure as these presentations roll out and he gains... Are we going to 124 right now? Look at that. What? Guys, That is the 618 that is approaching. For those of you that follow my channel, you know I get into all these Fibonacci levels. If we break into this 618, there is a potential that this thing could start to really take off, man. People are watching this right now. That means a lot of people are paying attention today. That's how I'm absorbing that information. $124, it's tapping, man. So to hit the 618, it looks like the 618 is basically 125. If we can get a pump up into that range, we might see some green candle action while this hearing's going on. Also, guys, I don't know how long this thing's going to last. It could last an hour, 2 hours. I mean, 30 minutes. It depends. It's kind of hard for me to forecast, so we'll see. I'm going to step away from the computer for 1 second and grab myself a drink. I think it's coffee time. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'll be right back. If any of you guys are able to or want to, feel free to participate in the chat with one another while I'd kind of drone on at you guys. I don't know if, whatever. I guess if you guys wanted to do that, you'd already be doing it. I'll be right back. Let's see here. Is anything going on? Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I'm a French press guy, so yeah. Judge has reviewed all documents in the motion and will not discuss the Slack issue today. That's interesting. Nobody's dumping the supply on new victims. They don't control the supply. Get the hell out of here. And I can't type. All right. Yeah, guys, Ripple doesn't control. Just because Ripple is like a custody or custodian of some of the escrows, doesn't mean they control them. They were cryptographically designed upon creation, and whatever isn't sold goes directly back into them every month into a brand new ledger that's going to continue on until like the late 2030s or something at minimum. I mean, it's I get people like that annoy me. It's like, if you don't know what you're talking about, be quiet. It's cool to not understand, but like, don't come on here and start preaching about them. It doesn't look like they're dumping it on new victims right now. I mean, XRP's up 12% this morning. Then again, I mean, the market's looking pretty good, guys. You guys could, for those of you who don't follow my channel, this is the official True Perception watch list. I hold everything on here except for Bitcoin. I do not hold. This is the Dow Jones index, so that doesn't matter. I do not hold Doge. This is the US dollar. I do not hold ETH. Obviously, the total market cap for crypto and then the total altcoin market cap. You can't really hold that. This is Universal Gold, which I do hold. And then this is Verge, which I do not hold, but I've been in communication with the founder recently. He's a super cool guy. And he's kind of been telling me a little bit about the project. I got a lot more to learn, but I have it on my watch list now just because some of the things he's told me has been interesting. Remember, even though this is not your typical video for my channel, nothing that is said here is financial advice, tax advice, investment advice, or any advice. This is simply a bunch of people interested in the SEC versus Ripple hearing today. And these green candles. Look at this. August was good, man. All right, I'll be right back. I'm boiling over in the kitchen. I was not boiling over in the kitchen. But yeah, I was under the impression that the Verge was a privacy coin, and I tend to not support those. Not because I don't believe in privacy, just because things like that go under a lot of regulatory scrutiny. But learning some things about the technical side of things, I kind of have changed my opinion on labeling it like that. I believe it was Monero that we were discussing that actually has like a opaque ledger, so it's like a legitimate privacy coin, like you can't see what's going on. And that's not the case with Verge. It's crazy. That was the me talking to the official True Perception roommate. He's an XRP guy. Smart. Judge Netburn, in your opinion, Ripple then SEC in regards to aiding and abetting charges, is it objective or subjective? Ripple says after defending against the chart and citing previous cases, the answer is objective. We're getting into some things, guys. Strap in. I mean, it's almost pinged that 618 perfectly, man. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Back. I will be reading these out loud too. I know I have some people that tune in at Drive and stuff when they're listening to these things, so they might not be able to see what's happening exactly. Buddy of mine that does photography with me did like a I don't want to call it a commercial, but he did like a behind the scenes like trailer of our photo shoot last night. He just sent it to me, so if you hear a little bit of music, I apologize for that. got some drone clips. What's up? That's fire. Oh, yeah. I'll probably share that on the channel just because it's cool. I haven't ever had anybody video me doing work like that. All right. What do we got? All right, so now the judge has said, referring to a specific case that the SEC cited, please discuss how that case does not affect my analysis. And Ripple says the SEC refers to a case that is simply not relevant for multiple reasons. The case referred to a different situation completely, and I'm sure they're going to dig into that. And I feel if Ripple is saying that, usually when they have said things like that, they have been spot on. The SEC's legal team is trash. That is why we, the XRP Army, a bunch of social media-based retail investors, are helping crush them. Pat yourself on the back if you've taken part in that in any way, even if it's just purchasing XRP through the lawsuit. Because we are paving the way, and I truly believe that with every fiber in my being. And I got a lot of fibers. I'm fibrous. Refresh this again. What time do we got? 12:30, and they're just getting started. So this is probably going to run past 1, I would imagine, unless something happens quickly. I mean, just seeing XRP blast back over to $1.20. I mean, it's leading the market. Algorand's the only thing outperforming it right now, at least on my watch list. And I'm not even mad at that. Gen Zen, what it do? Happy to see some of these familiar names, man. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel and being in the comments. Still trying to recruit more of you guys over into the Facebook group. I finally got some people in there bringing some life back into it. We got a more traditional based investment channel that's collaborating with me now. I've been posting his YouTube recently. It's I'm drawing a blank. Let me give it to you the right. Make sure I give you the right name. Money Changes Everything. That's his YouTube channel. No, you can't tip my stream yet. I don't have enough followers and all that. I think you have to be a YouTube partner before they can do that. However, if you do want to tip me, which it's fine if you don't, but I could always send you a wallet address or something like that that would allow you to send me some crypto or something if you really wanted to. I'm totally open to that. It's also super cool if you don't. Let's see, what is this? So I'm getting a little bit of a buffering issue here. Which doesn't really surprise me. Our internet is terrible, so. Hey man, I appreciate that. What asset would you want to send? I appreciate the support. This will be my first actual tip that I've received through a YouTube anything. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. Ripple says it was a criminal case, a fraud case, something this case is not. By putting up those charges, It opens the door by the SEC to being explored. These documents will be highly valuable to prove XRP is not a security. All right. Let me find. If you want to send me ETH, I got to figure out what wallet you should send it to. Here, hold on. I'm going to hop in my own chat. That's an address you can send Ethereum to, and I will let me find. Yes, that is it. That's what you should look for on Facebook. I'm trying to find a damn link, but I'm on my phone. I don't want to mess up the screen. If you go on my YouTube channel, go to the About section, and then down at the bottom where all the referral links are, it'll say private Facebook group. You don't have to pay to join or anything. I just make it, it asks me for permission. That way I don't have to have everybody like spamming it and stuff, and I have a little bit more control. Side note, silence on the call. Please hold while everyone goes to buy more XRP. Let's go. 10-4, man. Oh, I think I just got your message now. I thought that was you. All right, David, I just got your invite. You're getting approved. There you go. You are in, my friend. One thing to remember, I tell this to everybody. If you guys have like articles you want to contribute and points you want to make and stuff like that when you're in my group, I want you to share it. I don't want people to think, oh, this is his group, he runs the show. Like, yeah, it is my group, but I'm all about community, man. We're all in this together. Like, I'm a firm believer in that. And yeah, I want as much information as possible. I mean, if you come in there and you're sharing a bunch of irrelevant stuff or you're being an asshole, that I don't like, but I feel like most people in this space that are going to go through the problem or the trouble of joining aren't going to be like that anyway. I just wanted to put that out there, but yeah, I would love to have people active in there, share more information, talk to one another. I mean, get to know each other even. I mean, whatever. The more the merrier. I mean, I can only do so much research on any given day. That's why sometimes you guys just get like a quick TA video. I just don't have time to dig into the entire cryptoverse, unfortunately. I just realized my microphone has been picking up the Peppa Pig extravaganza that was still going on in my living room, even though the kids are in bed. And we're back. Ripple says, discussing when DPP applies, and that's the whole privilege thing. The SEC has not made the showing on why DPP applies to all documents. Secrecy is not the point of DPP. We asked if we were going to get documents. The SEC said that all documents would be covered by DPP. And I don't remember exactly what the initials stand for, but I know it is like privacy protection or What is DPP? Let's see here. DPP in court. Nope. They're giving me a bunch of crazy answers. We've settled back down to 120. That's all right, though. It's higher than it was when I got up this morning. Let's see real quick what we got going on here. Yeah, I mean, guys, the video I posted earlier. Get your global ID card, XRP Army. It's only available in the States right now. There's like 5 or 6 states you can't get it in. I'm in Florida, so I can. Go check it out, man. This is me getting gas, Happy Meals for the kids, drinks for my wife at the casino, Starbucks. Just saying, you can get all kinds of stuff. It even goes to Publix, which is our local grocery store. That was for me getting a chicken tender sub yesterday. That was fire, by the way. Let's get back to business. Give it a quick refresh. Giovanni, what's going on, my man? Ripple, the SEC has offered some documents recently, but they are heavily redacted or protected by lawyer-client privilege. We are not saying that the SEC is showing bad faith, but here it is ripe for your honor that the DPP is being badly applied. You're in the UK, man. I feel like you guys will be next, though. I mean, I don't know. That's just pure speculation. I haven't seen any articles or anything to suggest, but you guys are pretty active over there in the crypto world. You guys are a little farther along regulatory-wise than we are, too, so I wouldn't surprise me to see you guys be next. Yeah, it's an awesome thing. I mean, I went and bought a sub, a foot long. It's like $10 for this chicken tender sub they make here. They're awesome, and I only got like 0.17 XRP or something like that. But like, I know a lot of you guys are here for the same reason I am. We're talking 3, 4, some people 5 digits. I don't know what I'm here for, but I know it's not for single digits. And so for me, I think it's just awesome to be able to secure these digital assets for free. I mean, I'm just paying for the stuff I pay anyway. Is Daniel Ortiz in the house? Show yourself in the chat, sir. But, I'm paying my utility bills, the ones that'll let me, gas in the car, stuff you have to get anyway. So I'm just like, why not? I don't want travel rewards or something. I can't even go anywhere right now. So it's like... So I'm sure we'll be hearing some SEC jabber here before too long. Yeah, man, the UK is a promising area for what's going on, I think. No updates yet. I'm going to check these. Got some retweets going on. All right, man. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. Yeah, so this teleconference was to discuss the defendant's pending motion to compel the SEC to produce documents it is designated as privileged. So really, the Slack doesn't even really... I don't think they should be. Okay, so the judge says the SEC turns objective or subjective. The SEC says, citing multiple previous court cases, it's not about objective or subjective anymore, as per our view. Ripple is saying XRP is unique, but then they refer to specific fraud cases. No, you guys brought up the fraud case, and they're telling you that it's stupid because it has nothing to do with what's going on. Dude, their legal team sucks. I'm telling you right now, the little bit of debate team that I did, which I'm not even going to discuss at large because I'm not, but the little bit of that I did in like the beginning of high school, like sophomore year, I would have smashed these guys. They suck. Like, oh my God. Oh yeah, you definitely did not want to sell when the lawsuit first launched. Dude, I can't stand these SEC lawyers. This has to be like just smoke and mirrors. These people cannot be serious. Like this, if this is who the U.S. government hires, like I gotta move soon or something. It's just, I mean, I'm glad that they're terrible because it's working out in all of our benefits. I think. I mean, I really strongly believe, but man, they are terrible. I know 10-year-olds that can put up a better argument than this. Like, this is crazy to me. I just don't know how they can be that bad. Ugh. Like, they literally reference the case, and then when SEC brings up... So this is what the SEC says. Go back in case some of you guys weren't here. And they literally said, after defending against the chart and citing previous cases, it's objective. And then they say they referred to a specific case that the SEC cited. And he says the SEC refers to a case that's not relevant for multiple reasons. Because it was a criminal case about fraud, which has nothing to do with this. And then the SEC's response is, the Ripple is saying XRP is unique, but they refer to specific fraud cases. You literally brought that to the table. The judge has to be annoyed. Already. Man, I wish I could hear the tone in her voice right now. It's enough to make you want to scream. Beginning of high school, I saw... SEC now referring to a case about objective versus subjective. The SEC hoped to have answered the judge's questions. Hold on, was Brad objectively reckless? We would need to ask questions of Brad. Brad knows what he believed and can say that to a court. Judge, hold on. Uh-oh. Judge Netburn's about to get heated. They're being stupid. We're about to get some meat and potatoes, you guys. All right. I get all anxious in these, man, waiting for the next tweet to roll out. Judge says you are confusing objective or subjective. Let me clarify that for you. Those are her own words. She explains it. So if they think it was unclear, wasn't it reasonable? Was it reasonable to understand how Brad acted? Yes, it was. There's no clarity. There's none. If any of you guys on here don't follow Digital Asset Investor, go follow him on either YouTube, Twitter. I don't know how much he covered it on his channel. I haven't been watching very many other people's channels recently. I've been so busy. I haven't really had time, to be honest, unfortunately. I do watch BC Backer every video he drops just for the TA side of things. It kind of calms me down, but in a weird way. Crypto's always got me like, ah! But DAI has been covering all these videos that XRP Army has been unearthing where these people are blatantly being vague intentionally so they can kind of do whatever they want, and that's really been getting exposed recently. So I suggest following him. You can go on his Twitter feed and just scroll down, and it's just filled with stuff that's being brought to the table. And they're seeing it, guys. I mean, that Forbes released that article yesterday about it. We are being heard. Believe that. It doesn't seem like it all the time, but I truly believe we are. Can you imagine if she just slams it down, case closed today, this thing's over? It's not going to happen, guys, but it's like, I don't even know if she can do that. I don't know how the whole magistrate judge versus the regular judge and all that other stuff works exactly. In an event that I think everybody saw coming, the Patriots have released Cam Newton. Mac Jones will be the starter going forward, and that young man has earned it. Oh, SEC says, right, let me explain. Refers to previous cases, and then says, I do not think that Ripple pointed to a single relevant case to defend themselves. They say that the XRP is totally different and unique, and they are asking the SEC for documents in regards to other crypto assets. How does that dash? I don't know if Rob has ran out of room to type or if they have suddenly been cut off. One thing they need to remember, guys, I don't know how many of you guys understand how court proceedings go, but when you are on the prosecutorial side, I guess is how you would say that, it is your job, since you have brought charges, to prove guilt. It is not the defense's job to prove their innocence. That is not how court of law works in the United States of America, anyway. I don't buy into innocent until proven guilty 100%, because that's not the the picture that gets painted in America. But as far as you actually being adjudicated or whatever, it does work like that. I mean, you can look at any of the major cases in American history. Look at the O.J. Simpson case. The defense didn't really adequately defend O.J., in my opinion. The prosecutors, they failed to drive it home. And I'm not weighing in on his guilt or his innocence. That's a whole different topic, and I'm not going to touch that on YouTube. But it was the same with the Casey Anthony case. I mean, that was a very emotionally charged case, but the prosecutors did not drive it home to that jury enough. There was still a reasonable doubt. So when you're convicted of a crime in criminal court, I don't know how it works in this type of thing, but they have what's called elements of the crime. Oh, here it goes. How does that make sense? They are now asking for documents protected by the DPP, but do they really have references to XRP? Ripple says that XRP is unique, and since we were sued, that opens the door to get all the DPP documents with a question mark. Back to what I was saying, though, the elements of the crime. So say you were charged with, we'll just say drunk driving, and I don't know what the elements of the crime are, but let's say one would have to be that obviously you were drunk. You would have to be, in the vicinity of a vehicle and maybe be in the driver's seat, whether the car was running or not. Maybe let's just say that was the three elements of the crime. Well, if you can't prove without a reasonable doubt that all three elements of the crime have been met, a judge will tell the jury. They will say, it is your duty, your civil duty as an American citizen. If you have a slightest doubt, and these haven't been proved without a reasonable doubt. Now, if you still doubt because you got, a theory or something, that's not the same thing. But, it's you have to find them not guilty, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're declaring their innocence. But like I said, it's the prosecutor's job to prove that you are guilty. It is not your job to prove you are innocent, because you're supposed to be. If you look into due process, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. And if you listen to that just from like a literal standpoint, like it's saying you have to be proven guilty. I don't think it is any basis for this request. It would be significantly damaging for the government if they had those documents. So what are you saying? All the DPP protection you are seeking also applies to a lot more different assets? Oh, the judge is asking questions. This should get interesting pretty quick. I do not know who this person following me is, but apparently their Instagram says that they are a time traveler. Well, yeah, I was just talking to my roommate earlier about the whole aspect of there being a settlement. A lot of us, what I call more hardcore XRP fans, we don't want to see a settlement. We would like to see Ripple win, because it would set precedent for the entire space. Now, with that being said, if you read that Forbes article about the, I believe it's titled "The Crypto Uprising," the SEC didn't see coming or something like, or didn't expect, however it was worded. If you haven't checked that article out, go read it. It's like a 3-minute read. It's fantastic. If you watched my video yesterday, I go over it. I read pretty much the whole thing there. I get all fired up and don't even know what I'm talking about by the time it's over with because I'm so wound up. But they basically touched on the fact that with Gary Gensler having the opportunity to have this legacy coming from MIT as a blockchain professor, working at Goldman Sachs for 15, 20 years prior to that, he has the opportunity to like leave his mark on history. You know, you can go in the history books, and they're basically talking about how if the SEC does lose this, it will basically remove the rules essentially from the crypto space and allow a lot of people to do a lot of things that they may not necessarily want to be able to do. However, if a settlement is reached, it will basically give Ripple a green light, but would allow the SEC to continue on being extremely vague, which would allow them to continue to operate under the guise of like enforcement actions and stuff like that, instead of having to give out clear regulatory framework and all that stuff. So to me, even though Ripple's been adamant they're not looking for a settlement either because they think they're right, they want to win, it does kind of seem like a settlement is probably what's going to happen to save the SEC's face. But they're going to have to come up with something super sweet for Ripple to agree to that. It's going to have to be sweet. The thing that we have on our side is the fact that they look like idiots every single day that this thing goes on. They look dumber and dumber. So we shall see. Somebody is, they are confused to respond and said, answer that all DPP documents have end dates on the different subjects. And the judge says, how am I supposed to know all this? What are you saying? How and when deliberations end? The SEC says, I understand, but Ripple says XRP is unique. Now remember, we're not going to get the verbatim responses all the time. So they said that the DPP documents have end dates on the different subjects. And the judge says, how am I supposed to know all of this? What are you saying? How and when deliberations end? And they just keep going on about XRP being unique. I mean, they're terrible. Their legal team is garbage, man. We got as a fall guy, a volunteer fall guy. Now James Fallon is chiming in and he says, I'm looking at this on my phone. He says, Judge Netburn is setting this up to order the SEC to give them to her to review. It says in camera. I'm not sure if that's what he meant to say. And I guess she just said that, apparently. People are saying that that is what she said moments after he made that prediction. Judge, the request that Ripple has made is for me to make an in-camera review, something that is common. The SEC says that the in-camera review is not necessary. My inclination is to conduct an in-camera review as Ripple has requested on the documents they have selected. Guys, that is a big deal. That's huge. Wow. Wow. Yes. Now, I don't know exactly what an in-camera review means, but this does mean that the judge is looking at these documents, guys. And who knows? Okay, so the United States Court's in-camera review describes a process or procedure where a judge privately looks at confidential, sensitive, or private information to determine what, if any, information may be used by a party or made public. So that's very. I don't know if any of you saw the OJ documentary recently, but they did that with some tapes and some stuff that was discovered by the defense in that case, and most of it did not make it into the courtroom. Oddly enough. Yeah, that's a heavy one there, guys. That right there might be the tweet. Judge says this is the reason the SEC thinks I should not be doing an in-camera review. And the SEC says you can do it if you want, of course, but there are previous court cases that show that in-camera review in this type of situation should not be done. We think they are getting special, and he's going to say special treatment, I imagine. Like, see what I mean? I mean, these guys, like, you don't want to piss this judge off. That's like, they are annoying her every time we do this. And, you know, as a judge, you got to remain a little non-biased. But, I mean, if somebody's just pissing you off every time you see them, that's only going to last so long before you being a human kicks in a little bit, man. This is huge. Let's see what she says, man. Shout out to James Fallon too, man. He's another one. He's the one that tweets all these documents out as soon as they hit the dockets and stuff. That's how I get them to you guys so quick. What did you miss until now? All right, I got time to do a little recap. So, XRP was raging in the beginning. It's come back down a little bit now. Ripple was basically saying that they were arguing over whether or not the aiding and abetting charge is objective or subjective. Ripple referred to a case that the SEC was attempting to use, how it was criminal and fraud and pretty much had nothing to do with this, and how these documents are highly valuable for the XRP, proving it is not a security. Basically, they're discussing when the privilege thing applies and how it's not for secrecy, and the SEC saying all of their documents are covered, refusing to turn them over. And basically, the SEC's argument to all this was that, well, they're citing specific cases and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, they're citing the cases that you're bringing as your attack that they have to defend. So it was kind of a pointless argument, in my opinion. The judge has stopped him a few times. They're saying, wouldn't it be reasonable if things were unclear for Brad to act the way he did? And they basically were saying that they wanted to let Brad answer that. That revolving the privilege, the Ripple has made a request for her to do an in-camera review, which is basically where the judge takes it back and looks over it all privately in her chambers. The SEC is saying it's not necessary, but her inclination would be to conduct it in a review as Ripple has requested on the documents they have selected, which is a lot of internal SEC documents. The judge asked the SEC, is there a reason I should not be doing a review? And they said, of course you can if you want, but there are previous court cases that show this type of situation should not be done, and they think Ripple is getting special dash, and I'm pretty sure it's going to say treatment. They are getting... Nope, didn't finish it. And the judge says, I am not suggesting the defendants review these documents, but that I get to review them. The defendants have brought up valid arguments showing that the DPP privilege was not properly applied in this case. The defendants are not getting special treatment. Let's go, guys. This is huge. This is huge right now. So crypto law is giving a little more of a verbatim take here. And, oh yeah, the judge is always pissed in this case, man, all the time. NetBird has indicated she wants to conduct an in-camera review of the documents in question.
The SEC says they would welcome it, but the court had better exercise caution and complains Ripple's getting special treatment, cites case law to suggest this could be very prejudicial, and starts naming people cited in the documents, insulting one of them. Netburn interrupts and reminds Tenrero the defendants won't be reviewing them, but that she will be, and schools Tenrero on how she does in-camera review and why it's fair. So that's what's actually being said there. This is no dig on Rob, but I am liking right now the manner in which John Deaton and his team over at Crypto Law, I am liking how they are reporting this thing right now. So I'm gonna hop over here for a minute. I don't think they're reporting it quite as frequently. Oh yeah, I gotta retweet all of this. You can see here where this is a little bit more of what's actually being said. Like, Termera rambles through a litany of examples in the privilege logs to argue different concurrent deliberative processes. Netberg interrupts annoyed. How am I supposed to know all that? So you can see where you can tell that this is being written by other attorneys. Oh, well done, guys. Well done. Let me just go through here and blast a bunch of these for him. All right, that's enough. I think one thing we could do is to be fair. Not that any of these people even care, but yep. The judge has appeared. This is Brad Kimes. Shout out, brother. Judge appears to say you will give me the documents and I will rule on each one if they are applicable. The SEC has no choice but to honor her request, and she confirms she wants the documents, guys. Go back over to Rob here. He has reported, we will follow the will of the court, cites previous court cases and camera reviews as reserved from problems and a process has been identified. I do want the process applied. The SEC will now send me the documents from Appendix A. The SEC can file certain portions of that letter as redacted, but should redact as less as possible. So if they go in here and they act crazy with these redactions, man, they're going to get her more heated. I'm going to make these windows just a touch smaller here. I'll set up something about like this. The way Crypto Law is doing it's making it a little easier too, because I don't have to keep scrolling down. Whatever, though, I appreciate everybody doing anything. Yeah, guys, this is going pretty well. Excuse me. Considering the judge literally just said, no, you're going to give me all the documents. They've been waiting. If I conclude these documents should be produced, they will be. If I determine that the DPP process was not applied correctly, then more documents will need to be given as well. Oh my God, dude, this is so big. There's a reason the SEC's been so adamant about not doing this. They know, and let's be clear, guys, some of the people in the SEC may not have intentionally went about this in the wrong way, but I think they are just very well aware that because they weren't planning for all of this to go the way it's going, that they're screwed, man. Yeah, that's a big deal. Netburn will order an in-camera review of documents sought by Ripple. She orders the documents with a public letter brief without a lot of redactions, responses from the other side, and will rule on them. She adds that her ruling should indicate to the SEC whether the assertions were or were not proper and that there may be other documents it will produce. Netburn and the parties agreed to an exchange of letter brief responses on September 28th and asked for minimal redactions, and she will rule as quickly as possible. So there's another date for you guys, the end of September. Now, what BitBoy's been saying about how this thing could be wrapped up by then, that right there, we've been saying, a lot of people have been reporting that this hearing could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. If they do not want some of these documents potentially making it to the public, they will settle within days. It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but this is a big deal, man. They do not want anybody seeing these. This is internal documents, internal communications. And basically, they're going to be relying on the judge's discretion as to whether or not any of them are relevant enough to enter the case. And if they're worried about certain things entering the case, I don't think they take that risk and embarrass an entire portion of the government. On another note, if any of you guys are NFL fans, especially Washington fans like I am, please stop calling for Cam Newton on the roster. I call him Trash Cam now. It's that time's come and gone, man. Just chill. All right, let's do a little refreshy fresh. Back down to $1.18. I'm not mad. We're still higher than what I saw earlier. Seeing the pump's always exciting, but it doesn't always mean anything. Just people getting fired up about the hearing. So I guess the hearing is over, according to crypto law. Summary of the hearing: the SEC failed thoroughly and completely in asserting blanket privilege on the documents that has repeatedly been ordered to produce. Judge Netburn will proceed to ruling on the DPP assertion on each document sometime shortly after September 28th. So that might be it. I'm going to hang out here for just a second and see if anything else comes of this. But I think that might be the end of the hearing, guys. Yeah, guys, I think it's over. Ripple, maybe not. The way the court is approaching this is completely sensible. Repeating their position on objective versus subjective and recklessness is objective. Says that important notes from the SEC also need to be turned over as they are critical for the fair notice defense. So maybe it's not entirely over. Hold on. Strap back in, fellas.
Let's see if crypto law is updated. So they're not updating anything anymore, or not yet anyway. Let's see if Rob's got anything for us. Nothing yet. Hold on, guys. I gotta email my logos to somebody. File. The video came out pretty cool. Pretty excited. I really do. I think that's got to be it. I don't feel like Crypto Law is posting a summary if that's not it. Let me hop on Twitter real quick. Jeremy